Look, we are live. Oh, don't, I nearly fell off my seat.
Oh, is that your bad arm? Oops.
No, wrong arm, but I nearly fell off the seat. I'm on the diddly seat, look.
Is your seat lower than mine? Can you
know.
put that up so we're like equal players?
I don't know. Larky, honestly, I don't know how to do it. No, I'm just going to sit here because I'm quite happy.
You sit on something?
It's closer to the... I might sit straight. You know what? It's closer to the ground for when you pull me off the seat.
I feel like I'm gigantic. Maybe because I'm taller. Let's switch seats. I'm taller. I should go in the middle.
It's the thing. Look, it's the seats about. Oh no! Do you know what you do? Look, embarrassing. Oh, sorry, Larky.
Well, a little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. Okay. Oh, you took off with a blanket.
Did he take off all Larky? That was
Larky's
bad
a little
manners.
Alrighty then.
It's true. Is it Tuesday? Yeah, it's Tuesday.
Oh God, it's Tuesday all day.
Tuesday all day, and we've made it to nearly the end of Tuesday, which is super.
There we go. All right. Hello, everyone. So,
What can we say?
yeah, really, what's left to say? How's everybody today? Yeah, okay, so you might notice somebody is missing. That was one of the developments from yesterday, that Carlene wasn't feeling well halfway through the day, so Elizabeth came to the courthouse and picked her up. She had swelling in her arm, so she went to Leahy, and they found out that she had a huge infection in her elbow. So they kept her overnight, and they're keeping her overnight tonight too.
For bad behavior.
For bad behavior. We went and visited her today. I took one bite of the sandwich that she had for lunch. It was awful.
Yeah.
So then we brought her lunch from the cafe. Actually, Elizabeth bought lunch.
Well, can I tell you, that was
That
actually
was
pretty good
delicious.
for hospital
Yeah,
food.
we had a delicious turkey sandwich.
We did.
She has a lovely room, and they're keeping, it was very touch and go today because she might have had to go to surgery, but I think she's cleared surgery, and she's actually, as of this afternoon, I think she's doing better. She'll hopefully be coming home maybe tomorrow at this point.
If she behaves.
If she behaves.
Yeah.
And
actually,
yes?
she was very disappointed this morning because she might have been going into surgery and they didn't let her eat.
Yes, it was a very bad day today for her.
Yeah, it was a disappointment.
Yeah. So I hope you guys can all hear me because, we have a slow connection.
That's
Can you
us,
hear
we're slow.
Because one of the issues is that the line is down across the driveway due to the storm.
Yes.
And that's bumped out the donkey cam. Where are we? Did we get? So it's never easy when these things happen now.
It has to be either you or your mother that contacts Happy Verizon because Judy doesn't have the capacity, and
she's not on the account. Or?
I think she's run away. I think she's probably like Verizon, not for me, which you can understand and appreciate. So we are kind of like at the stage where there's the disconnected cable. It's hanging down in the goat paddock, and the rest of it's under the pine tree. Yeah.
Okay. The goats aren't going to eat it.
I know they can't reach it. Well,
okay, good.
At the moment. Until they work out how to get stacking goats.
Well, you know they'll do that. Remember, what was it? One of the goats over at Meredith was standing on a sheep to get up to the top of the hay thing.
Yes, but those were nice goats.
Oh, those were the nice goats.
Yeah, those were nice goats. And the thing is, there's no electricity in it because I've already lifted it myself. Licked it. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. If the bad arm was enough, she's licked the wire, the hanging wire. Yeah.
I know. I was like,
that's an intelligence test.
What is addicts?
There we go. We're back. Yeah, so we have a poor signal, and that's because I guess I need to call Verizon, which I will do right after this.
I'm just highly excited it's not me or Nick having to call Verizon because it's the most frustrating process.
It's painful to have to.
And I think Judy also said that Verizon is suffering from a lot of calls about a very similar issue. And also she said to let us know that there's very bad weather coming in on Wednesday.
Yeah, so I'm trying to go to South Carolina tomorrow, so that will be a miracle if I get out of here. But I will.
You could be flying under your own steam.
Yeah.
Stand there and take off.
Yeah.
But I think it's going in the wrong direction. You'd end up in Maine.
Right. Right.
Probably not quite so good.
Yeah, it's been an exhausting week, and it's only Tuesday.
I know. It doesn't feel like Tuesday, does it?
Yeah, do you want to see if we have any questions? We're not going to open mail. We shouldn't open mail.
No, because your mother will be back tomorrow.
We'll either do mail call with her in the hospital tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Or
she'll give us into trouble if we open too much.
Yeah.
And then we'll be in. She'll be angry with us.
Yeah. So she's doing okay. Yep, everything's good there. And there's Wanda. Hi, Wanda.
Although, I will tell you, she started telling the orthopedic surgeon that she got it from tennis elbow. It was a sports injury. And I said to her, so did you play like tennis? She went, no. And I'm like, what sport? She went, I don't know.
Yeah. She's trying to explain that she had a tennis career which didn't exist, but whatever.
I was like, what a load of tosh that is.
Yeah.
And I was like, hang on a minute.
So we don't have much. There is damage that I've noticed on the farm due to the bad storm. There's a lot of trees down, and also the area that overlooks the pond that I don't know, the Pam's area.
Yeah.
That has that little white tent. You can see it from the camera. That has been damaged. And then the iced tea tent on the other side has been damaged. So our plan right now is to start the process of reconstructing the property for Goldy's farm, which we are going to, which we can use with it coexisting with the other organization, which we're not allowed to talk about. So we can coexist with the other organization, and we have, and so Goldy's farm will repair the iced tea tent, and that's where the veterans and the seniors will be coming to lunch this summer when they have scheduled visits to the farm, and they can visit the donkeys and do donkey walks and everything else. So that makes sense to go ahead and repair that now.
To the standard we'd like it repaired.
To the standard. So the idea was the iced tea tent on the back end, which is area that we are allowed to use, and we're going to put a fence in there, and that's going to be where the donkeys and the goats are, so that when the veterans and the seniors come on their visits, we can have them have lunch there, and the donkeys and the goats will be overlooking, you know how they are, they love a little snack.
It will be a fully immersive experience.
Yes. So that area where the we've been working on that anyway.
Yeah,
we've been cleaning up the area in preparation for when we can when the weather's better.
Yeah, but we should clarify, it's the white goats.
Yeah, we're going to use the white goats, not the evil goats.
No,
that Elizabeth came home with.
Yeah, I did. That was a mercy dash.
Yes.
Your mum came with me.
Oh, so the two people.
She drove.
Yeah, went and took in goats.
They were trying to get them back out the door.
Yeah, evil goats that butt you.
I'd like everybody to remember they're not my chickens.
Right, they're that was another.
Yeah, they're not mine. No, they're your mother's.
Yeah, my mother wanted the chickens. I don't know why she seemed to think we needed 22 chickens for chicken bingo for the chicken board, because or the henny penny board now, because it seems that we only need 2, and Carly has trained them nicely. So yeah. But so those construction projects, we are actually going to use Goldy's farm to repair that, so it's nice, stable. We already have a nice cobblestone floor. The roof is intact. It needs to be boosted up, and the roof on the main part of the iced tea tent. And if you've been in there, so we'll make it a nice area for people.
It was really funny. We said to Carlene today, so you know the roof sags, and I said, is that deliberate? She went, yes.
Yeah, that wasn't. Yeah, the roof in the back of the iced tea tent. One of the posts has kind of sunk a little bit, so the roof is sagging, and when they and on the left side, for those of you who've been here, there's another area that we park stuff under equipment and things. That's all blown off, and the one in the back is blown off. So all of that will be removed.
It's the bit right beside the big tractor.
Yes, right beside.
And it was made out of polycarbonate, sort of like corrugated sheeting.
Yeah, and it got blown off. And on the back side, we're going to take all that down so the goats and the donkeys can come right up to where the people are eating their
and share
lunch and share. Yes, that's the plan. So
we should get a couple of sheep. We should totally get a couple of sheep, because we've got
nice sheep.
Well, nice sheep. We've actually got lovely sheep in Meredith. They're very interactive.
Yeah. Sheep are nice.
I like sheep. Yeah. Wendy's got some nice sheep.
Yeah. The problem with sheep is then you have to shear them, which we could probably do. Look, I've seen a video, DIY. We could do that. Yeah. You flip. One thing I know about sheep is when they flip over on the back, they become like paralyzed and they sit still.
Apart from the Meredith sheep, because they don't. But hey,
yeah, hey.
Those are the sheep that, remember when we first started gathering them in for sheep shearing, and we had a whole team of people, and then we realised that the sheep from running could clear the height of a person.
Yeah. And excited sheep can jump about 5 feet in the air.
That was a bit of an eye-opener.
Yeah, we had, there were 12, well, how many sheep are there? 9 sheep?
There are 10 sheep at the moment.
Yeah, we had 10 sheep and 10 people out there, but because we had to bring the sheep in to shear them, and I thought, Elizabeth and I innocently thought that we could get the sheep in the barn. We couldn't, so then we went and got the 3 men that were working on the wall, and they came down to help us, and we didn't have enough people, so then we've got all of the men that were, the whole team of people that were, there was probably another 8 people working on the barn. All of them came down, and there were more people than sheep, and we still couldn't get them in the barn, because they literally would jump over.
I know, they were quite athletic.
Yeah, jump over us. So
I don't think any of us realised they were as bouncy as that.
So the next year we had, we taught them so that we fed them inside the barn every night for the 2 weeks before.
We bribed them.
And then we bribed them, so, yeah. And then we finally got to the point now that we actually bribed them in there and locked them in the night before.
Yes, because we don't take chances.
We don't take any chances,
No. It's,
we've been outsmarted by too many farm animals
I know, it's a bit embarrassing. So we're trying to redeem ourselves.
Yeah.
And yes, Carlene is giving out monkey fists.
Oh, left and right.
In fact, we were so fortunate because she said when she went in, now I do have monkey fists, but they've not been dyed yet. And Mary obviously must have subliminally realised she dyed them.
Yep.
So then they were dried out, ready to go today. So that was wonderful.
Everybody got a monkey fist today.
Yes.
And it's amazing, like the people.
I'm a bit worried. I got a monkey fist today.
You got one?
Wow. She never gives me a monkey fist.
Oh, yeah. She seems like such a sweet little old lady when she's in the hospital, but we know differently.
Yeah, she's very capable. There's no nonsense.
She's a sweet little old lady, and people in the hospitals always love her. They love their monkey fists. They are, chatting away.
Yes.
With her. Even the doctor last night was,
I know.
And
you have to remember your book for the doctor from Linfield.
Yeah, he wanted a Dogs, Donkeys, and Circus Performer.
Excellent.
Book, so
one of those books.
Yeah. Forgot to bring it in.
Forgot that today. There's nothing worse than getting there and she goes through the list of what she's asked for,
and we were like,
and then blah, 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 and we're like, yeah, we got everything. She went, and the book, and we went, oh damn it. Apart from the book.
Yeah,
so,
it's hard to be Elizabeth and I.
Yeah, it is.
And it's especially hard for Elizabeth because she lives here now. I can get away.
I'm sitting thinking, which book was she talking about? Because there are several.
Yeah, so tomorrow's another day. So we'll bring the book and then...
and I realise why the texts are so gobbledygookery.
Why?
It's because she's dictating them.
Oh,
and then she doesn't check them before she sends them through.
She just talks to the phone and then hits the send like it's supposed to understand.
And then at 3 a.m, when you don't need your glasses, because my glasses are missing, you're going, that's a what? A what? A what?
Yeah.
No idea. That's a job for the morning.
She doesn't text me at 3 o'clock in the morning. She knows better.
Oh, right. Yeah. That's because you don't
You're
answer.
The weak link.
That's because you don't answer at 3 a.m. I'm up anyway.
Embarrassingly, I shut my phone off.
Yeah. Now. Well, I've got a dog that's up at 3 a.m.
Yeah. No, I don't shut my phone off. But that time that she went into the hospital the first time when she fell in the door. Up, dog, quiet. All right, guys.
Much excitement.
Yeah. Can't sneak into this house, can
No. Or out.
My phone was downstairs, and I didn't even know. But Elizabeth wakes up to it. So.
I do, because I normally waking up because I've got children standing at the bed going.
Yeah.
I'm like, or dogs.
So
yes.
There's Larky.
Yeah.
Hi, Larky. Do you want to say hi to everybody? Do you want to say hi? No, he just wants to say hi to me.
Yes, it is her elbow, her tennis elbow from a sporting injury prior to 19. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, No, she did tell the doctor that she played tennis, and I was like, I've never
heard about a tennis career.
Yeah, I've never heard of my mother playing tennis, but whatever. And also, we got to talking on the way home. I've never seen my mother clean a stall or feed anything.
No, but she's an expert on that.
Expert. She will stand around and tell you how to clean a stall. But I don't think since I was old enough to walk, I've never seen my mother feed anything. It's much easier to tell me how to feed stuff and tell me how to clean stalls. So, yes.
And we are very delighted that the goats love Mike.
Yes.
I'm hoping that the feeling is mutual.
Sure, Mike loves the goats.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you know, the funny thing is about the four-horned goats, when you get them into a routine, they actually kind of settle into it quite nicely.
No kisses. No
Now,
kisses.
unfortunately,
No kisses.
they'd been from here to Meredith, to my friend's farm and then back again. And it's more a case of making sure that the little stinkers can't escape, because they'll do everything they can to escape.
Oh, yeah, those are bad.
Because it's like sport.
Bad goats.
They are very bad goats.
Yes, and they're not going to be, 3 of them are not going to be a good fit for Goldy's farm, because
No.
ideally we want to have it so that seniors can walk amongst the goats, and I know all the white goats are fine.
Yeah.
But
not this lot.
I can't tell one from the other. I know it's not the black one, but all 3 of the other ones seem to want to jump up and butt you
Yes.
for sport. I mean, at one time there was a bunch of people in the paddocks at Meredith all watching Wallace ride, and everybody had one of those goats by the horns, so that... And we were all standing there like it was like having a normal conversation, everybody holding a goat horn. And once you grab their horn, they just stand there fine, like, okay, you win.
They do. It is actually the most bizarre thing.
Yeah, but we can't have that kind of...
And I never previously I wouldn't ever want to hold a goat by the horns.
I would not either.
Because I always think it looks a bit ouchy. And I think because we're always trained that it's
I
cruel
feel
to
like
donkeys.
I always feel like it's a little insulting to the goat to hold them by the hands. But once you get smashed in the leg and have a gigantic bruise from those goats, you have no problem holding them.
No, in fact, if you had 2 hands available, you'd hold on to both horns. Because it's like riding a motorbike. You're like, and they're strong.
Yeah, I always felt like, you know where I got it was down in the slaughter pens for goats. They grab them by ears and horns and everything else. I'm like, how insulting! That's awful.
I know.
And here I am dragging a goat around by the horns so they don't take me out.
No, exactly, because it's survival of the fittest, and the goats are definitely the fittest.
Right.
So we have to
And
do
they
whatever we
sneak
can.
up. Like, I'll be in that paddock over at Meredith when they were over there, and I'll be like putting out the hay, and all of a sudden, smash out of nowhere. They just do that rear up thing and pound. They don't even wait for you to turn around. They come after you. Yeah. And they take you down by the knees, and then you fall backwards.
I actually think it's goat sport.
I do too. Oh, absolutely.
It's people hunting with that lot. So, so yes, they are delightful and lovely. And if you know anybody that would like 3,
yeah, we like 1 of them.
They're matching.
3 matching.
They're brown and white.
Yeah.
And
free.
Free. And there's nothing wrong with them. Free to a good home.
Other than no return policy.
I know.
You know, these
will instigate a no return policy. Yeah. In fact, we sort of like need a barrier at the bottom of the driveway.
Because and we sound terrible. We're just kidding around. We're going to find them a great home, or they're going to stay in that secluded paddock where they can't hurt anybody.
Where they can't kill anyone.
Really,
Oh dear.
And by the way, we talked about Gabby the other day. Gabby is going in to her surgery. We rescheduled it to next week.
Yes, for her teeth.
Yes, and I'm going to put up a fundraiser for that.
When we get time.
When we get time, but we haven't had time. And I was worried because I'm supposed to take her tomorrow morning, Thursday morning, and I'm worried that she's down in Aiken with Chester, and I'm worried that I can't get, if anything happens, I can't
get her
tomorrow,
back.
if the flights are screwed up because of the weather, I won't be able to get her to her appointment.
And also if you had to come back quicker than you were expecting.
And I have a feeling I will be turning around and coming back faster than expected.
Exactly.
Unfortunately. So for one thing or another.
Yes. Well, Dodie, we didn't actually find the trailer. We were just told where it is.
Yeah, we're not allowed to talk about any of that. No, really, like.
So, it's no, it wasn't. That's what we did.
I think no, we're not allowed to talk about anything. No. That was. Yep. If you have questions like that, you want us to answer, either call Elizabeth or
do you know the thing is?
message.
Do you know what I was actually thinking?
Because we like to be transparent. Yeah.
I would like to have a Goldy's Farm email that we can both access, you and I,
a good idea.
Because things go into my personal email along with my Amazon, my adverts for just about everything, and I've got hundreds of emails that come in every day, so it all gets absorbed. Yeah. And then you and I have both got a record that we can both see what's going on.
Yeah, maybe we could set up like Goldy's Farm at Gmail or something.
All right, I think that would be a good idea. And then we were going to, I said to Cloud that we would send on whatever we set up because it gives, it's a more obvious thing than having to come into a document and find somebody's personal email.
Yeah.
And it means that yours can stay for ERN.
Yeah.
And we can just access that one for Goldies, because I think that's important.
Okay, yeah, I do think that's a good
And a pair of glasses for me would be helpful as well while we're at it, because I'm struggling. I went on to Nick's.
You're only 1.5, right?
Well, I went on to Nick's glasses, and then I lost them, so he won't give me any more glasses. I tried those; those were awful today.
Okay, all right.
I don't know whose these are. Oh, it might just because they're dirty.
They're not really dirty.
These might work. So yeah, because
I have my contacts in, so I can't see.
Yeah, because Nick said to me, I said to Nick last night, Nick, I've lost glasses again. He went, what? You mean you've lost my glasses? And I went, maybe. And he went, right. I said, have you got another pair? And he went, not for you, I haven't.
Yeah.
I was like, what? I was like, what's that about? Seriously, sharing is caring.
Yeah. The dogs are a little bored.
Well,
today.
No.
I had
only two of them, because we've had the other two.
I've had, but I will take out Larky again. Yesterday I took Larky for a walk. He took off on me in the woods in Willowdale. So I actually walked by myself for following Larky's footprints for about, I don't know, half an hour. And then I finally found him. He went hunting, so he's had a big run yesterday. And Sizzle came out with me and Janine yesterday. So we're trying to get him out as much as we can. And they have a job tomorrow. Are you able to do that? Go tomorrow?
I don't know at this precise moment in time. I'm trying to work out what Nick's up to.
Okay, because I think Marion and
that's the Trask one. Is that correct?
Yeah. I think Marion and look, Charlie can go tomorrow.
Right. So yes, we should have your mother's blinking toenails looked at, because otherwise we're going to have to look at them.
Oh no, I did look at her toenails. We did a mani-pedi she trimmed her toenails. Why are we talking about my mother's toenails?
Because we can't talk about all the other questions.
Okay. Yeah, so let's talk about
your mother's toenails.
Yeah, we can't talk about anything else. So let's talk about my mother's toenails.
And it's not pretty.
They weren't pretty, so she trimmed them.
Yes,
she trimmed them.
But she trimmed them straight across. So now when you put her socks on, you have to make sure that you don't go like that, otherwise you get scratched.
God, really, like, my life can't get any lower. Now you're telling me I have to go in and trim my
with an angle grinder, or one of those things that you get. What's it? A Dremel that you put it in and go. Yeah, that's what we're looking for.
Yeah, I'd rather trim Wanda's toenails, and she hates it.
Yeah, exactly.
Who was the one? Oh, doesn't Sophie like? No, I can't even subject Sophie. All right, well, I'll take a look at the sides of it. But she did trim them.
So Sophie came in. Was it on Sunday? She came in for physics help with your mother.
Yeah.
With her crochet or crotchety hooks, as your mother was calling them. I'm like, yep, that's about right. Her crotchety hooks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Right,
oh dearie me.
Come on.
Yeah, and the other thing, what was the other thing? I asked her about her cough today, to get her cough checked out.
Yeah.
Because her cough's getting worse. And I got a very bizarre answer back. And I can't remember what it was, but it wasn't an answer to the question of the cough.
Right. They have her a little bit medicated, I think, is what I'm noting. Because she said they were medicating her for her itch too.
Yes. So. Oh yeah, they were using Benadryl, I think that she said, but she didn't like it.
I think that mail call is becoming like how to keep Carlene. How many people does it take to manage Carlene?
Well, you're on toenail duty. That's fine.
I'm on toenail duty, I guess.
Do you know?
That's why I'm leaving tomorrow.
It was the funniest thing during mail call. It must have been a couple of months ago. She said to me, "Yeah, if you just go into the third drawer down into the little box, there's my toenails and my hair stuff." And I'm like, do I need to go into look at a box with your toenails? And I went, right, okay. And she went, no, go into the drawer. And I'm like, do I have to? I'm like, really, seriously? And so I went into the drawer. It was her tools.
Her tools?
Yeah, not her toenails directly. So,
okay,
so that was quite a relief.
Yeah.
Yes, you can share the sheep with the llamas or the alpacas, and that is actually what happens.
Yeah, the guy comes to do the alpacas, and those are a joy to catch too.
Well, do you know?
Because you get spit.
Yeah,
they're
spitting at the mini horse at the moment because she's annoying them because she steals their food.
Yeah.
Or she tries to steal their food.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah, you're okay. They're sorted.
Okay. You know what? What just went through my head?
You were like, I left Mo in the barn and I closed the door, and
this morning when I fed at 10 o'clock this morning, all of a sudden I was like, oof, I forgot to go let Mo out. You went and let Mo out?
Yeah, she's fine.
How did you know that I did that?
Because I heard.
From who told you?
Nothing. Do you know the funniest thing?
Carlene must have
do you know
taught
so
you,
the funniest thing is
I do that.
I get a picture at 2 o'clock because we've got a lovely woman, Coral, who's also one of our board members, and she goes and does the afternoon, and she sends me a picture of the 2 alpacas inside and the closed barn door, and she went, is there a reason for this? And I go, yes, Janine. And she goes,
right.
actually, that's fine, bye.
Forgot to let them back out. Yeah, they need their private dining period, so I shut the door. And I always am like, I know I'm going to forget this. I know I'm going to forget this.
Well, the funny thing is, normally with Mo, if you leave her, it's a sliding door, and we don't lock it. So normally, if you leave Mo, she actually uses her nose to push it down. So she can't have been bothered about going outside today.
Yeah, no, it's a crappy day, right?
Yeah,
she could have gotten that door open.
Yeah, she would have opened it if she'd fancied.
Yeah,
especially if when Chester used to be on the other side, he would have his nose pressed up against the glass, going, "Mo, it's time to come out." They are so silly.
Yeah.
Yes, we can. We can. You know, we've always said that we're transparent.
Yeah, we can be as transparent as we possibly
on email.
If you have private questions, we just can't post anything online or do anything online or say anything online.
Yes,
but if you have private questions, we are happy to answer anything, and we will be fully transparent
on email.
Yeah,
and it's obviously for private use. So so that's it.
It does appear that I will have to make another post because what I said last night was not appropriate, so I just decide when you see that I make a second, even though I just said I'm not going to make another post, but I guess what I said was not appropriate, so I've been given, I have to make another post, and I will do that.
Once we've got confirmation of the
language,
approved language.
Yes, there needs to be approved language, and then I will make another post, so even though I said I'm not going to talk about it anymore, I will talk about it one more time. And I just don't get in trouble for what I just said.
Oh, for goodness sake. Yes. I hate adulting, don't you? Yeah. It's very hard being an adult.
Very hard. And plus, you're not supposed to eat as much candy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you hear that clack clack?
What clack clack?
Like a branch falling down.
Right now? No, that's the dog chewing on the bone.
Okay.
One thing we are going to have to do now, after mail call, is we're going to flip over the
mattress. So
I don't know why Sizzle is on the floor right now.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, she's chewing on the bone.
No. It was a sharp noise, not that noise.
She's got voices in her. Are those voices?
No. Do you know what I've got falling tree branch trauma.
Yes, it's amazing around here. Like all these branches have come down, and none of them have hit the fences.
No, I've got on one side, on the courtyard side of the nut house, I have to duck down under the pine branches to get in because it's frozen to the roof. Okay.
Yeah.
And a big, massive one. And then on the other side, I have 3 different areas in the dog runs, and they've missed every single fence.
Yeah.
And the one that's out the front of the cabin here into the graveyard field, it's missed every fence, and it was massive, and it splintered into all these bits.
Yeah.
How this has happened, I don't know. So that means when the wind comes tomorrow, we're stuffed.
Yeah. Is it really going to be that windy?
Yeah. Did you goop on me?
I think I did not. I did not.
All right. Okay. We did not visit a senior centre today, unless you count Carlene.
Yeah, we did.
As a visit.
Yeah, we rescheduled one for this morning because it was just too much.
It's been
we don't
really,
normally like to do that, but we did reschedule one.
It's been really chaotic.
Yeah,
and it's a bit much. And
how many times have we sat in mail call saying it's been a lot? It's been a lot. Look at Larky.
Get out that box. That's not for you. You'll be in trouble. Yeah, you have to wait for that box.
He's a dog.
You're a terrible dog. Terrible dog. The worst dog ever.
Do you remember what the doctor said about armpits? Speaking of Larky. Yeah. That's another thing we can talk about. Let's go from toenails to armpits.
Oh, yeah, armpits. So, your mother said the funniest thing they did today, well, I suppose it was amusing for her, is they alcohol swabbed her armpits, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah.
And then I lost it after that.
Oh, because they were going to clean her, they were going to take her temperature. No, they were going to take her temperature or do something.
They were going to take something or other because they were going to swab her armpits because there's something that they take out. Oh God, I hope somebody knows the answer to this. God, we should phone your mother. They were swabbing the armpits, so they alcohol prepped them and then they swabbed them because you can do some sort of reading from under the armpits.
Yeah.
Was it blood sugar?
I can't remember what. Maybe it was because you were talking about blood sugar.
Yeah.
Too.
And she said
that they can tell a lot from bacteria in your armpit.
Yeah.
Which made us wonder why Larky is so fascinated with some people's armpits.
There's definitely.
What happened, Wanda? Did he step on you? Larky. No.
So there's definitely something. I stepped on him.
Yeah, Larky stuff.
Didn't stop him.
No, come on.
So there's definitely something in the armpits.
Oh, stop it, baby. Stop that, baby. Hey. Larky is he's so full of himself. He needs more.
Do you know what? You
outdoor
can go
time.
to the toilet.
Yeah, he needs to go run around. I will take him for a quick little run around. He's so wound up. What? So excited.
I opened the door for your sake. It's me. Anyway, so there's so we will have to work out what he's doing in armpits. I think it was blood sugary sorts of things she said.
Yeah, so he might be onto something when he gets so excited about somebody's armpit.
Yeah, there was a cat I think used to be in a ward with people with end of life care. And they knew. Hey! I bet it's my flaming dog.
No, there's a car that went down there. They're doing stuff. I don't even know what they're doing.
And then the cat, if it went to the person's bed at night and slept with them, they were about to pass away because there was something that the cat. That's why we don't
black.
That's why we don't have cats.
It's probably black.
Yes, we do know about about Larky and Wanda.
Yes. Wanda has been staying with Mary.
Yes.
Yes. And Wanda is not going with me to Aiken because she has to work.
Yeah, she's like, do I have to work? She was like,
woof. No, she has to work. She's really pretty fantastic at the senior centers. And Jiminy has not been going to the senior centers because he just doesn't like it. And he gets nervous.
It makes him very uptight.
Yeah, so Wanda's better. So if I could take Jiminy, I would, but I'm not driving and flying. And I don't want to fly with... Yeah, I don't think you could fly with a dog outside. Unless he's a service dog. No, he's not. Well, he's not my service dog. He's my mother's, so... Whatever.
Yeah. If your knees keep playing up, it could be.
Yeah, really.
But we're not at that stage yet.
At this point, I'm...
Yeah. At that stage, this stage we just feel old. Actually,
yeah.
It's not.
I've got issues, but it's not.
But it's not anything that would qualify as for service dogs. So that's all very exciting. So we're hoping that your mother will be behaving herself. In fact, maybe if she doesn't behave herself, and they'll kick her out. Yeah. But she's rather impressed with our accommodations that
she likes it.
Yeah, it's very nice.
She likes it.
Apart from the food, because they thought they were going to operate on her this morning, and she didn't get food first thing, so she was a bit disappointed in that. I mean, I bet you it's my blinking dog. He keeps coming over.
I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Anything?
Oh, I can see.
Yeah, there's. I think a truck just came in. So
yeah, there's lots of movement,
activity.
Yeah,
farm.
Yeah, exactly.
Any other questions?
No, but we'll get the barn camera sorted out, because what I was trying to work out with the barn camera is, do we always need the internet? Hey, does the internet come up the road into that house?
Yeah, it goes into your house and then it goes over here.
here.
I don't know how the Explore cameras are still working.
Because they put their own box. Remember, they started their own.
Yeah, but it's all coming off the same wire. We only have one wire coming from the street, so I don't know how that is not impacting them. But it's not. So
there's a really funny noise. There's a lot of activity, and I'm not sure what that is.
Yeah.
And it sounded actually like a lorry.
Yeah.
Well, according to this lot, it sounded like a lorry.
Well, maybe it's maybe they're pumping.
You're not allowed to say that word.
Yeah. No, I'm allowed to say that the Jiffy Yum, the portable potty. Maybe they're pumping that because it looked like a truck.
Oh, maybe they are.
Okay.
So that's very exciting. Not much more we can say about that.
Adds a little liveliness to mail call
and aroma. And
so there is. So we talked about the visit tomorrow. And yeah, so I think we're at time too.
We're what?
5:41.
It's 5:35. What are you on?
Oh, my mother's clock.
So, okay. Yeah, your mother's clock's off. Right. Oh, this is an interesting thing. Have you ever thought about recording videos of Carlene's life in bite sizes? Ah, Mike's getting the goats.
Oh, is that what he's doing? Mike's getting the goats. Okay, that'll do it. Knew it was something. Yeah, she's got. There's a book. There's another Service Dog Project book. There's a lot of coverage over my mother's life in pit size. I mean, that was what I did it in the book that I wrote, and somebody else wrote a book about Service Dog Project. It's really quite remarkable. Oops, I said it. I'm not supposed to say that word. But there was a book written, and
it would actually be really interesting. When I was doing a history project for university, I interviewed my friend's grandmother, who I had known very well growing up. And it was a written history. She lived through World War II, and she'd been in the Wrens, which were the women's army based. They weren't in active duty overseas, but they were in London, and she had had a really interesting life, and she was fascinating. She was like your mother, had all these stories.
Oh yeah.
And then she had worked for a high-end florist called Constance Spry, and she talked about this, and then when she got married, and she was fascinating. And it actually it would be a really nice thing to be able to do with your mother, go through her animal episodes.
I've heard it a million times, and I've lost.
I know
interest.
you have, but we can find somebody who wants to come and ask and record at the same time.
If someone wanted to do that, that would be fantastic. But I've heard the same stories all the time for I don't know. A lot of years.
Yeah.
Too many years.
But it's apparently, sorry, moving on to armpits again. It's just caught my eye. A dark patch or band of velvety skin on armpit could mean that you have too much insulin in your blood. There you go.
There you go.
Larky, he could be a medical detection dog.
I think so. They have dogs that can tell when you're about to have a seizure and that sort of stuff.
Yes, they do. Although I would never have said it was Larky.
Really?
But hey, it could well be. But listen,
Larky is just a handful.
That actually might be quite a nice thing to do, because it gives your mother something to occupy her time.
Yeah, if anyone would like to do that, it's not going to be me. I don't think I could sit through the stories again. Because a lot of them in the childhood, I lived them. Yeah, I lived them. Thank you. I don't want to go back and. Yeah, maybe my therapist. I could go to a therapist.
No, let's find a therapist that wants to do a group session.
Yeah. I have to go back into therapy. Yeah.
And we could all turn up and then just leave her with your mum and run.
Right.
Whoa.
Right. I laugh about it all now, but I don't think a lot of it was funny back then.
No. Yeah. I think the beauty of hindsight is that you can learn to giggle about nonsense.
Right.
It's I always wonder do you know that here the noise, it travels in a funny way? So when you think you've got something in this direction, it turns out it's all way over there.
Yeah.
It's really bizarre.
Yeah.
So I think that's us, because you have managed 40 minutes. You've got to stop talking so much, Janine, honestly.
I know.
It's a nightmare.
I know. And I've been with Elizabeth most of the day. We went to visit my mother together.
Then we made her sleep.
And
in fact, no, we walked in and she was asleep.
We woke her up.
And then we went, let's go and get lunch. And she heard us.
She heard the word lunch.
I know, and her eyes went,
oh.
And then she went, let me just put my seat up. And we were like, damn it. Oh dear.
We were on X, because we needed the point for going to visit her, but they had a nice little cafe downstairs.
But we did find her a sticky bun.
Yeah, but they were not nearly as
no.
good. It was like a regular cinnamon, which is not.
Yeah, she was a bit underwhelmed, wasn't she?
Yeah, and you bought her some
vanilla pudding with cream on the top, which I think is fake. And you know what? If it's still there tomorrow, I'm eating it.
Oh, well, I think what's happened is my mother's gotten really spoiled, because a lot of the Goldy's Warriors, especially the cakes and the pies that Betty sends us.
Yeah.
And she's just gotten really spoiled. The fantastic socks,
I know.
So, yeah.
We've got a hard act to follow.
I know. Yeah.
Although she said she was going to eat that egg sandwich.
Oh no, she won't. It's
ugh.
I know I like egg salad, and I normally would eat anything, but I took one bite of that, and I was like, "Oh, come on, you can rally, you can get this down." And I was like, "I can't even take a second." If I was in the hospital, I literally would starve to death. And I'm not a picky eater.
You know, and you know, I was down in the cafeteria, and honestly, finding coffee was quite tricky because they had hazelnut flavored, not creamer, flavored coffee, and I was like, no. And then
I hate hazelnut.
Yeah, and I was like, how a hot water, and I'm like, that's useless. And I was going through these, and I'm thinking, I just want to find a plain coffee.
Yeah,
it was like it was a bit.
It's hard to find nowadays.
It is, because everybody's got such specific tastes. And no, I actually totally haven't had my hair cut. I just washed it.
I know. Doesn't her hair look really good? She washed it, what, yesterday or the day before?
Oh, maybe yesterday. What day was it?
Oh, no, you took a shower today.
I take a shower most days,
I know
actually.
That? How do I know that?
Because I said to you, that was you got out of the house really quickly, Janine, this morning. Did you wash?
Yeah, and I was coming down to feed at Meredith, and she's like, oh, that gives me time to take a shower.
I know.
I was like, what a rare day.
I actually shower at some point during the day. Yeah. It's such a waste of effort before you go to the barn.
It is a waste of effort.
And something sneezes on you, and or an alpaca spits at you, which is always nice.
Yeah.
So no, I do wash it about every 5 days when I can be bothered, and then it goes short.
Yes.
I don't know. And then it obviously sort of like lengthens over the 5-day period, and then anyway. So that's. And
I'm staying in the cabin tonight to take care of the dogs.
Yes. And make sure that blinking fire thing doesn't go out.
I thought that was
we're keeping the home fires burning.
Home fires burning. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. It's super hot.
Well, I sleep upstairs, and when that thing's going, you're like
roasting.
So hot. Yeah.
You'll have your windows open.
I know. And I'm a cold person, so.
Yeah. Betty, I think we're actually okay for food at the moment because we really have no idea where people are coming and going. It's I mean, we're expecting.
Yeah, you know, I think that it would be really nice because Carla's coming. Carla, not Carly. Mm-hmm. She's a Goldy's warrior. She's coming to stay. She's coming to visit. She's going to stay someplace else. And Mary's here. If we're all here, and then I'm coming back. So if we're all here on the same night, that would be nice to have a little dinner-y thing.
Yes.
And
maybe Carla could ask do a recorded history for Carlene.
Oh, that'd be nice. Yeah. That would be a nice project for her to do.
We shouldn't have said that out loud. She might not come now.
Yeah. Someone asked me online, I think I can talk about this, is what's going to happen with the cabin if my mother is moving down to the laundry building. And the cabin, I put a lot of money fixing the cabin up when I moved in to the cabin, or last year, I guess. And my mother has converted it, as we've noted, it was a cute little cozy cabin, and my mother's converted it to a nice big doghouse. So I'm going to clean it up again and do a little bit more of making it, refurnish it. Throw out the rugs that she cut and used duct tape on, and the dogs had their way on the rugs. And one of the nice ottoman that was the only piece of furniture I left in here is ruined, and it's outside in the rain now because I don't know what happened to it. But okay, so I'll stop complaining about that. But yes, when it's all fixed, it is going to be used as a guest cabin again. And Goldy's Warriors are welcome to stay there whenever they visit, and anyone who needs, and that includes the other organization that shares the property if they have. And I've always been open to letting people use the cabin, so it's going to be going back to a guest cabin.
Yes.
But it's not going to be open to, my mother can't use it anymore. She's going to make it messy again. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
She has a very specific way of decorating.
Literally, she wanted to cut a hole in the wall.
Yes.
And put an entrance in.
Yes.
Outside. So that kind of stuff.
Yeah. It's a bit of a worry.
I mean, I put in all new windows and redid the floors. It was nice.
Yeah. So there's lots of things to do. Keep us busy because we're not busy enough at the moment.
Yeah. So we're going. We also were talking about earlier today is we are planning on a donkey. what do we call it? What do you call
Well,
it? Goldies?
We were talking about a donkey fest, and then we were talking about what did I call it? A Goldy's gathering.
Yes, in October.
Yeah.
So we'd like to do something big and fun like that, and maybe we could wrap it around. We are planning the first week in October to do another donkey derby. We met on that the other day. So yes, so we'd like to go back to having this farm slowly, because we are still under limitations for the next 11 months. Slowly making it back to everyone's happy place.
And reinstating things that we would like to do as a community.
Yeah, yeah.
We're going to have the sportiest donkeys ever.
Yeah, Elizabeth, as soon as the weather, I mean, this is the worst time of year to do anything, because it's so awful and cold outside.
And Mary is really keen to start walking with the donkeys, and I did suggest that an easy thing to do is, because let's face it, if you've got snow, you've got mud. If you've got snow, you've got mud.
Yeah.
And at this precise moment in time, nobody has got the inclination to be slippy sliding on either.
She's just going to walk.
We're going to go up and down the driveway.
Up and down. That's good for the donkeys.
Yeah, it is, because there's the hill.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be good for the donkeys to get out a little bit.
Yes, and it is, and it just helps them. It helps them get used to different environments, different sounds, different people, and that gets us started for when we bring people in. They're I mean, they're really nice donkeys. We've been so lucky with donkeys.
And when it dries up a little bit, Ray and I cleared that path all the way to Willowdale.
Yeah.
And it's still clear because I went with Larky the other day.
Yeah.
And he took off of me. As I said, he's a bad dog. Terrible dog.
He's like, is that me you're talking about?
Yeah.
I don't recognise that description. So it's all going. It's actually all very lovely. We're all going in the right direction, and we're just focusing on what we're doing, and we're quite excited.
I can't wait to flip over that mattress with you tonight.
Oh my God, what a treat!
Yeah, yay, yay!
I tell you what, if it doesn't work, we can go back tomorrow and say, right, Carlene.
Yeah, well,
that was the wrong answer.
Sizzle is lying on the floor. She wants to be on the bed, but she doesn't seem to like the bed.
Sizzle is absolutely enormous.
She's a little fat.
I didn't say the F word.
She's a little fat. She doesn't like to run around. She doesn't like to run. The other two dogs love to run around. Jiminy and Larky.
You know what the really funny thing is? She actually runs on that pond area.
Yeah, she's a little bit, but not like the other two. Well, she's much older.
Oh, she's much older. She's earned her peace and quiet.
Yes, she likes to be quiet. I don't know why she's sleeping on the floor, though.
Oh my goodness, we actually were out with the lady who has Terence and Jasper. And she adores them. But this is terrible. I think they've taken themselves off into her house. She said they came in the kitchen.
Oh, I didn't hear that part. She went in the kitchen. That seems fun, right?
Yeah.
They're. She has a very large piece of property over in Hamilton, and the donkeys. She built a nice little barn that's close to her house, so she could have them close to her.
Yeah.
And she wants to integrate them as much as she can into her life. Didn't realize the kitchen.
It was quite that close. Yeah.
Jasper is, he's been trained to go into nursing homes and senior centers, so he is perfectly willing to walk into a
warm kitchen.
A warm kitchen, yes, exactly.
Let's hope he doesn't counter surf.
Yeah, well, Jasper, why he got cut from going to nursing homes is because he gets a little nervous.
An excited bottom.
And he's a little poopy, diarrhea poopy. So he can't go to nursing homes.
Yeah.
It's too much cleanup.
It's
every single time.
Yep. Yes. Yeah. And it's not just once.
Yeah.
So he's obviously taken to someone's kitchen, which is lovely.
Yeah. And you would have known if she would have mentioned that.
She mentioned that.
Yeah. Maybe it's because he's relaxed in her house, but
So he and Terence are being spoiled, and it's the most beautiful home. The people are lovely. They just adore them. So.
And she has some people, grandchildren, and kids that are excited about running with the donkeys. And the reason that they have them is because their only caveat is she has to bring them back for the donkey derby.
Exactly. And it's lovely. And it was nice. It's like a little donkey haven, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
she had that black rooster that was so pretty.
Yeah. Did she say that was a Norwegian rooster? No, a Swedish.
Something like that.
It was either
fully black rooster.
Totally black, and he's gorgeous. He's a big cuddly thing.
Yeah.
So that was very exciting. So it was like a little wonderland for younger people, wasn't it? Yeah, really lovely. So they're doing fantastically. In fact, I think they're spoiled, but hey, that's nothing nicer than that.
Yeah.
So that's us, I think, for the evening. Tomorrow is Wednesday.
Lift the mattress.
Yeah, what are we doing tomorrow?
I'm going to Aiken, and you are going
under your own steam.
Yes, and Mary and Carly are going to
that place.
That place is Wakefield. In Wakefield.
No, it's not. It's in Peabody.
Oh, Peabody. Okay. And
will they have the red car to do that?
Yes, I'll take the truck and leave it at that.
Right. Okay.
You will do that.
Do you want me to pick the thingy up, the truck up?
Yeah, I got to figure out my flight stuff. I can't remember when I'm leaving, but yeah, we'll do the pickup thing.
Right, okay.
And then I have someone who's Eric, who is an old friend of my mother's, said he would help get her in the door. So Nick, maybe if she gets he's on deck to help for the intake. He could actually even go to pick her up, and he's a big, strong guy and can help her in the door, do the in the door.
Does he follow instruction well?
Yes.
Excellent, even better.
Yes.
Because I don't want her coming home and being irate because it hasn't been done the proper way.
Well, he will follow her instructions. He's known her for a long time, so he's used to her.
Hang on a minute. Can he get her in her snowmobile suit?
I bet he could.
Excellent.
He's a very creative, fun guy. So.
Well, that's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, he's a character in me. He's our age.
So, all right, excellent. Well done, Eric. We like you already.
Yeah.
That's super.
Gwen has lined him up.
Oh. So. Will he still speak to us after?
Probably not. No, he's used to my mother. He's known her for years. He likes
that's
her.
Even better.
Yeah. He's known her for years.
Well, that's absolutely. That's super.
He used to back literally when all my childhood we would go into. He owned a bagel store, and we would go there for coffee in the morning. My mother would. I would try to avoid it because I would just go there and get a list.
Yes.
Of things to do for the day, but I would go there on my way to work and grab a coffee and put it on her tab.
Excellent.
All right, so that's a wrap. We're going to go flip the...
Oh, damn it! That's the end of Tuesday. Tuesday's done.
Tuesday's done.
Done for this week until next week.
We're done.
Yeah, totally done.
That's all, folks.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.